Okay.
In 1995, Fish and Game reintroduced 15 wolves. The wolves that they put out have changed from 15 to 1,700 in only 15 years. Fish and Game has allowed Idaho to kill wolves under the wolf management program. Now, since a couple years ago, Idaho has been talking about the wolves, and they are now currently on the endangered species list when the numbers are sky high. The U.S. Wildlife Service reintroduced 15 wolves in Idaho in 1995. At that time, Idaho legislature strictly limited the Idaho Department of Fish and Game involvement in wolves. The USFWS, which stands for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, proceeded with the recovery. In 1996, an additional 20 wolves were reintroduced. Since then, the number has increased. In 2003, we have approximately 362 wolves, 25 verified different breeding pairs, and approximately 33 different packs distributed from Canada to the border of I-84. April 2003, Governor Kempthorne and Fish and Game Director Haffaker and the Idaho legislature negotiated and passed a bill into law for everyone to participate in wolf management. The bill gave right for everyone to participate in the state of wolf management plan. Wolves reached a federal biological recovery goal in December 2002 of 30 breeding pairs that were well distributed throughout the 3 states of Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. The bill gave right for everyone to participate in the state of Idaho wolf and game management. The next step is delisting wolves in the Western DPS. The DPS includes Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Oregon, Northern Utah, Northern Colorado, Nevada, and California. The delisting rule. Idaho, a rule to lift Federal Endangered Species Act protections from gray wolves in most of Idaho and Montana, but not Wyoming, could be made public by winter, state and federal officials say. To start delisting wolves, when the combined policies of Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana provide an adequate regulatory mechanism to govern wolf management. All 3 states have to provide wolf management plans and establish state laws to satisfactorily provide these protections. Idaho and Montana have already completed their plans and were deemed acceptable. Wyoming's plan was not deemed acceptable, so it can't kill any of the 3 states until the plan is deemed. Currently, right now, Idaho has about 40 packs well distributed across the state. The federal government said they only wanted 300 wolves when it started its reintroducing in the northern Rockies. Now biologists say there were 1,700 wolves in parts of 6 different states. Since wolves have been brought in 15 years ago, the elk population dropped 20%. Studies in 11 elk zones that wolves are the most primary cause of death to elk. To maintain elk population, about 88% of breeding pairs have to survive, and this isn't happening. In Lolo, 20% of elk were killed by wolves and 0% by people. In Elk City, 5% of elk were killed by wolves, 0 by people. In Sawtooth, 4% of wolves, 3% people. In Smoky Mountains, it was 5% wolves, 3% people. In Lolo, only 75% of the elk population survived this year. Elk City, 80% survived, Sawtooth, 87%, Smoky Mountains, 81%. 2005 to 2009, biologists radio collared 272 6-month-old calves. December through June, only 52% of the calves had lived, for the rest were killed by wolves. The wolf management program was set out to stop wolves from being overpopulated. Now that the wolves have been put out on the endangered species list, they are no longer allowed to be harvested, therefore letting the numbers triple every year and the kill percentage on big game go down. I hope this speech has persuaded everyone